Welcome to the Stronger Tides Podcast, the podcast for small business entrepreneurs and corporate executives to learn more about increasing their client or employee retention through a group cruise program. Ready to drop anchor? Here's your host, travel advisor Rita Perez.
Hello everyone. Welcome back to the podcast. Happy Tuesday. I hope you're having an awesome start to the week. I know that we could all use it with all the craziness going on in the world. This week's topic is Cozumel the best port for groups to visit? I might be a little bit partial on this, especially for a 3 or 4 nighter. Typically from the Orlando area, you're going to be going to either the eastern side, which is the Bahamas, or the western side, which is Cozumel. And on a 3 or 4 night, they usually only have time to stop at one place. And after going to the beloved Nassau in the Bahamas, going on a shorter cruise to Cozumel really is a breath of fresh air. At least for me it is. I feel like Cozumel is kind of a jack of all trades in regards to port, because there really is something for everybody in Cozumel to do. I feel like you can't really go wrong. I'm sure somebody may disagree with me, but I'm just going to show you why I feel Cozumel really is for groups. Because of its incredible versatility. So, 1, if you are an explorer, I think Cozumel's for you. Mexico is rich in Mayan history. There are numerous ruins available for exploration, not only on the island of Cozumel, but also on mainland Mexico in Tulum. And Tulum just happens to be a 45-minute, approximately, ferry ride from Cozumel to the mainland. And number 2, so number 1, I think explorers will have fun. 2, foodies will have fun because, hello, it is Mexico. One of the world's 5 top food favorites, according to me. I am a food critic in my own right, but not professionally at all. So you may need to take that with a little grain of salt. You can take in authentic cooking classes, meaning you're not learning Tex-Mex, but actual Mexican recipes. Hello, homemade salsa. Just salivating thinking about that, and guacamole. And if a cooking class is not your thing, what about a chocolate or tequila tasting? Now, the chocolate is a little bit different. It is Mexican chocolate. It's not as sweet as what you're going to find from our European partners. Now, also going on to this is when I was on my most recent cruise to Cozumel, I was actually looking for some different excursion, something that I haven't done before. And so they did have a cooking class in Cozumel, but they also had a cooking class like with a salsa dancing lesson. So if you like a little bit of food and like a little bit of dancing, they do have those options too. Really, the options are endless in my opinion, and they're always coming up with new and creative ways to spend on the ports. If you're active, I think Cozumel's for you. And you don't have to do the cooking class. Why not just participate in a Latin dance class? Pump up the blood and learn some new dance moves for a night in the ship's dance club later. Relaxation. Beach, enough said. Cozumel is peppered with beautiful and relaxing beaches. There are various beach clubs and parks to indulge in, the best beach waves and breeze. Some are exclusive, of course, so you want to book those early. And if you didn't know, they also have all-inclusive pricing for some of these beach clubs, meaning like your towels, your chairs, food, drinks, it's all included. Really great experience. I've heard nothing but amazing things from some of the very popular ones in Cozumel. Hey, interested in getting an actual numbers comparison of a land retreat versus a cruise retreat? You know, honestly, when I was putting this document together, I couldn't even believe the great difference between the numbers. Visit StrongerTidesPodcast.com to be added to my weekly email list and get the download now. Back to the show. Well, if you're not into exploring, you're not a foodie, you're not active, and you don't like relaxation, you might be an animal lover. And there are so many different animals that you can find on Cozumel. Dolphins, bees, and sea lions. Oh my! You can get up close and personal with a dolphin swim, or you can visit the hives of the native bees. And you can watch a sea lion show while on the island, but just not at the same time. But you can do it in the same complex. Has anybody heard of Chankanaab? And then if you're not any of those things, maybe you are artsy. I recently found about this really cool artsy option, and that's really what I wanted to do. Again, didn't work out. I actually was able to meet friends on another cruise ship, and we had delicious Mexican fare. It was incredible, and now I'm gonna salivate again. But going back to artsy, so this is an excursion, at least it's new to me, and I definitely would have done it. You can paint and take home your own personal alebrije. And I hope I said that right. Maybe it's alebrije. So, and you're like, what are you saying? Well, you remember those bright colored animals from Coco, when Coco goes to the land of the dead and crosses onto the other side to find, oh my goodness, I can't even remember. To find the famed guitarist. I can't remember his name. comment or shoot me an email if you remember his name. But those spirit animals, the colorful spirit guides, they're called alebrilles. And so this excursion, you can go ahead and make your own and bring it home to you. So I thought that was a really cool option. It's something that I definitely like to look into next time that I go over to Cozumel. Okay. So those are 6 different ways of exploring Cozumel. So tell me, did one of them pique your interest at least? I feel like Cozumel is good, will be good for whatever group you bring there because there are so many different things. Maybe somebody might not like being active, but they do want to relax on the beach. Vice versa, maybe they don't want to be outside relaxing on the beach. They would rather take in a cooking class, or they would rather do a little artwork and bring back a nice souvenir that they got to create and bring it home. So I can't definitively say that Cozumel is the best port for groups, but I know that regardless of how many personalities, Cozumel is surely able to provide an activity for everyone. There is no reason to be bored while here or hesitant to plan a group cruise with a stop on this beautiful island. You know, and at the very least, if people don't like what Cozumel has to offer, which that has to be a super small percentage in my opinion, they can always stay on the ship and relax and indulge in whatever the ship has to offer for that day. So let me know what your thoughts are. I would love to hear maybe your comparison with Cozumel and another port. Does this kind of like bring ideas? Like maybe you had a group cruise idea in mind, but you didn't like really know what direction to go in. But maybe this may have jogged your memory. Go ahead, shoot me a message. I love hearing ideas, and I would love to talk travel, especially now with everything going on. So, I have been your host.
Thanks for joining us on the Stronger Tides podcast. Please subscribe to our podcast. And if you found value in this show, we'd appreciate a rating or a share with your colleagues. Find us on social media at Rita Ventures Group Cruising and online at ritaventures.net. Until next time, happy sailing.